Hey DeFi family, it's Lucas here again with another video, and today's video is about what my top token pick is if you want something that has practical application and potential in the long run. So if you like this video, make sure you press the subscribe button down below, press a like in this video, and leave a comment down below on any suggestions of videos that you would like to see in the future. So on to this video. I think MATIC has strong potential, and there's lots of reasons why I think of that. But I'm going to highlight to you a couple of the most promising ones, for example. So if we're looking at if we're looking at the price of Polygon right now, it's about $1.50. And the way that most people are really looking at this from a value perspective is really trying to figure out a market cap to TVL ratio. So, right now it's about 0.9, but that's obviously subject to change as people get more optimistic and people get more pessimistic. And if you're as optimistic as me about the blockchain carrying a lot of value and in general being used more and more over time, then I see no reason why that market cap to TVL ratio can't rise. But if you wanted to bet on Ethereum rising, I think that Polygon is a better bet. I think in at least the short term, it is a better bet in capturing more value for your money's worth invested. And there's a couple reasons for that. If you in you can almost view it as a levered play on the crypto space. So right now, the total value of all assets locked on Polygon is 10.5 billion. And the market cap to TVL is 0.9. So let's assume 0.9 doesn't change. But all the value of the assets means Ethereum, it means wrapped BTC, it means all the other tokens created on the platform. That's a wide pool of projects. And so, you can look at BTC and Ethereum as, an index. And in general, when an index rises, it carries some of the weaker players up with it at the same pace. It's kind of why you see the stock market all trend in the same direction. Assuming you're a reasonable company, you're kind of growing at that 7 to 10% range every single year anyways. And so if there's a strong bull market, even some of the weaker companies are really going up, and they shouldn't be because they're crappy companies at the end of the day. But in general, the optimism in the market tends to drag everyone up with it. And so I think that's obviously what happens in crypto. We have these bull run cycles where even shit coins like, I'm not going to say names, but there's a lot of shit coins out there that are worth way more than they ever should be, just on speculative and meme value, really. I'm not one to play those. I try to find projects that actually make sense, have a use case, and especially when you're focused on the long-term ability of these things. I don't want to be day trading these shit coins. I just want to be holding a portfolio of practical applications that I think are going to get used more and more and have more value and a use case to the token itself. So Polygon trades at 0.9 times TVL, but as I said, the value of the assets might increase over time. So let's just say Ethereum and Bitcoin double, everything else should double with it as well. It's kind of typically what happens in these bull markets. So let's say that goes up to 21 now, so 21 billion, and we're going to divide it by the amount of circulating supply of MATIC, which is 6.4 billion. Then MATIC should trade around $3.28. So if those two double, MATIC should also theoretically double. Now, where I think the additional upside comes in is that not only are the value of assets on Polygon going to double in size, but I think Polygon has the ability to capture and even create so much value on its platform and its ecosystem in its world that then the value of Polygon by default will capture the value of those projects, will capture the value of all the assets that flows into it. So I think that there's no reason why our total value locked, can't go up. But let's just say that all tokens stay flat, right? That's the true tried testament to this project's strength. If TVL can rise by, let's just say, 50%, then the price of MATIC, by default, so let's call it 10.5 billion in TVL, it rises by 50%. So that gets us to 15.75, and then multiply that by our market cap to TVL valuation metric, and then divide that by the supply. MATIC's fair value at that point would be closer to $2.20. So MATIC still has upside, even though the market doesn't necessarily move with it at that time. So there's a certain amount of alpha that you can then capture against Ethereum. Now, in a crazy world, let's think about the total addressable market. So how much value is there really that we can migrate to Polygon? And so, these charts are awesome because we can see the amount of value that is currently being locked on Ethereum. And so the gross amount is about 75, but let's just use the net amount for simplicity. So it's about 60 billion in assets that are currently locked on the platform. So if we think about it, that likely captures what's on Polygon. I'm not sure how they ran their analysis, but let's just say it captures what's on Polygon. So Polygon has 10.5 out of 65 billion in assets. It has about 16% of Ethereum's TVL already on it. Now, I think that there's definitely huge potential to bring more of that online. Right now, the Ethereum scaling solution is limited. Right now, Ethereum 2.0 is not coming out anytime soon. So gas fees are still going to be really high all throughout this bull run that we're experiencing right now. So if you want the best return possible, yes, Ethereum is a good option, but I'm here to tell you that I think, in my personal opinion, and this is not, qualified investment advice, but in my opinion, I think MATIC has much more upside than Ethereum will. And so, maybe we get to the point where Polygon has $20+ billion in assets in value that is locked on this platform. So assume that BTC and Ethereum stay flat for a second. We capture that market, so we get to so we get to 20 billion in assets that are locked. But now let's say we go through a bull run and maybe we double everything in the next 3 or 4 months. It's a possibility, but certainly that's there's a chance. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but the way things are trending right now are certainly having us have positive momentum in crypto in general. So let's just say things double, very optimistically. That gets us to 40 billion in TVL. Now multiply that by let's just say 0.9 times, and then let's divide that by the amount of circulating supply. That gets us to a $5.50 MATIC price. So I think it's certainly possible. And as there's more individuals using Ethereum, the Ethereum gas fee problem is just going to continuously be there. It's going to continuously ruin the experience. And because it's so much easier to port your application from Ethereum to Polygon than it is to port your application from Ethereum to another blockchain, that's why I think MATIC has huge amount of potential, huge amount of upside. And if you don't already have it in your token portfolio, I suggest taking a look, doing your own due diligence, because I think this project has certainly so much more upside. And the team has been moving in a great direction. They recently did a token merger with Hermes Network, not the actual retail brand that you might know of, but they just acquired them for $250 million. And Hermes was a layer 2 solution that did ZK rollups. So, what that means effectively is that the Polygon team is acquiring new talent to make its network faster, its network better, and more functional. And I think overall, from an ecosystem perspective, there's a lot to be excited here. And there's a lot to just step back and realize what is going on and how it's going to be used in the future. And I think that all of these moves are very strategic. All of what they've done so far has been, well executed. And it's a project that I think has longevity over time. And maybe I'm wrong, but it continues to be one of my favorite holdings, not only in the short term, but in the long term, because Ethereum 2.0 is true. Ethereum 2.0 is still so far away, and we really just need a good solution to help people interact with the blockchain and start to use these apps and dApps that are really awesome in nature and truly decentralized. So if you like this video, make sure you comment down below what you think. If you think I'm wrong, happy to hear your opinion. If you think that there are better scaling solutions, write them down below. And yeah, just make sure you subscribe, press the like button, and I'll continue pushing out more content for you guys, hopefully on a more regularly basis. Thanks, guys. Bye.